to my kitchen and a new episode of What's for Dinner. Isn't that a nice change? We've been doing all these holiday things. Now we're going to do a What's for Dinner again. It's coming back around. The new year is coming, and I have some plans, and hopefully you're going to enjoy those. But tonight, I've been busy all day with holiday preparations and getting Molly ready for school tomorrow for her friends. We've been working on a lot of things today. Finishing up the painting in the kitchen because I'm a masochist and all of that. So anyway, we're going to make some sweet and sour shrimp tonight. This is very much like the sweet and sour chicken recipe that I posted a couple of years ago where I used the food storage chicken that I had home canned. But tonight we're going to use some of this lovely local shrimp that I showed how to store in your freezer in another video. And I also did a video probably before this one that you saw on how to thaw it out, because I had a viewer ask me the best way to do that. But all that's good, I have about 2 pounds of shrimp here, and then I have a medium-sized onion that I cut in quarters and sliced, and I have some sunflower oil over here that's heating up on the stove. I have about 4 stalks of celery, about a cup of matchstick carrots, and about a cup of chopped green peppers that are from my garden that have been in my freezer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here, whoa, and we're going to put those in the pot. Sorry.
Good thing you're not naked.
Yeah, because that was spitting. All right. And give this a quick saute, and then we'll get busy with the rest of our sauce. And what I'll do is I will post this recipe on my website, so if you're ready to go print it out, you can do that. You can put it in your recipe binder if you have one of those, or you can store it in your recipe file on your computer. So there we go. We've got that over some medium heat now. And I'm also going to add in there 3 to 4 cloves of chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons each of ginger and lemongrass, and I buy these in the squeeze tubes from the produce section just because it's a lot easier for me to deal with, and I always have it on hand. It doesn't go bad very quickly, and this is going to start to become very, very fragrant very, very quickly. The only other thing that I'm going to add in here is a sprinkling of red pepper flakes. Not too many. Just enough. Put a little heat in there. Okay? So we're going to saute this for about 5 minutes, and when we come back, we're going to go ahead and start to build our sauce. Okay, our vegetables are well on their way to being where we want them. They've just been in here for a few minutes. I just wanted to get the pan up to heat. You know, sometimes you put those cold things in that pan, and those peppers were frozen. So you want to bring the pan back up to temp so that everything starts to get nice and soft. We're going to build our sauce now, and I've kind of got this down to a science where you're kind of mixing everything together in one way or the other. So what we have here is 2 2/3 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and that's going to go right in the pot. Just like that. Okay? We're going to add a 20-ounce can of pineapple. You can use pineapple tidbits. You can use crushed pineapple, which is what I'm using. You can use pineapple chunks. It doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. But use the whole thing, the juice and everything, okay? We're going to use 1 1/3 cups of white sugar. Get that in there. And then I'm going to have Rick come back over here because this is a little trick that I'm going to show you. I need to use some ketchup in this, and that's probably just about how much I need. About 1/2 cup. Okay? But in here I have 2/3 cup of, you can use either cider vinegar or white vinegar. It doesn't matter. So 2/3 cup of vinegar and 2 tablespoons of molasses and 1/3 of a cup of soy. And I'm going to pour that right in here with the ketchup. We'll put the lid on it. And I'm going to shake this up really well because that way I'll get all that ketchup out of that bottle, and I paid for all that ketchup, and I'm going to use all that ketchup. I know that sounds really silly, but you know. And we're going to put this in the pot too. And you're going to give that a good stir. And if you have tried my sweet and sour chicken recipe and enjoyed it, this is almost identical. I've added a little lemongrass to this one. I've added a little red pepper flake to this one, and this one has a bit more soy than the other one. But this is all adjustable to your own personal taste. The shrimp is not a very brilliantly flavored meat or protein, so I do like to have it a little bit on the flavorful side. So what you're going to do is you're going to simmer this until it thickens a bit. I'm going to give it a taste. I'm going to get a separate spoon. Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Mmm.
Ooh, really good.
That is really good. Okay, so now we're going to let this simmer for a few minutes. Let it thicken. When we come back, we're going to put our shrimp in it, and it's just going to take a matter of moments for that to finish cooking. I have some rice over here that I've cooked. When the shrimp is ready, after this has thickened up, we're going to eat. We're going to fix you a plate of sweet and sour shrimps, and we'll be right back when it's time to do that. Okay, our sauce has come to a simmer, and it's thickened up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and add this 2 pounds of shrimp that I have peeled, and I've taken off the tails and the and all the shell, everything, because it's easier to eat that way. And this isn't going to take but a few minutes to cook. Okay, you don't really want to walk away from it. You just want to cook it enough, and then you're going to turn off the heat, because any residual heat, when you leave this in there, it's going to turn your shrimp into like little erasers, and nobody likes that. But you can see the shrimp are starting to turn opaque, and I'm keeping them moving so that they'll kind of cook a bit evenly, because you never know. Some pots have hot spots, and some burners also have hot spots. I know that my cast iron skillet, for instance, every cast iron skillet has a different spot that's hotter than the rest of it, and it's not necessarily in the center. But you can see these are turning opaque. Nice and pink.
Except first graders. First graders like eating erasers.
First graders might like eating erasers, that's true. Just keep giving this a little stir. And when you can see that all of the shrimp are nice and opaque or pink, then you can give it a little, you take one and see that's not cooked all the way in the center. You want to cook these gently, and you don't want to cook them too quickly, because if you cook them too quickly, again, you're going to end up with a really tough piece of shrimp, and that's not going to be nice to eat. Nobody is going to like that. And you went to all the trouble to make it. Now, the other thing I will say, I know several people who do pressure can shrimp. I know that my friend Deb over at the Purbain channel pressure cans her own shrimp, and she pressure cans them in the shell. And she says it's pretty much all she can do to keep those on her pantry shelf, because her husband enjoys just cracking open one of those jars of shrimp and peeling them and eating them with some cocktail sauce. I think that's a really great idea. And the next time I have the opportunity to buy several pounds of shrimp from my my shrimp man, then I am going to do that. I think it would be really awesome to pressure can several pints of shrimp. If you do that, then you don't even need to do anything but bring this sauce up to heat and make it thick, and then put those drained shrimp right in here, make sure they're peeled, and then heat them through, and you're ready to eat supper. I mean, I think that's pretty much living large if you had to eat that. We're just about done. That's yummy. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my heat off. Oh my goodness, that is really good. Let me grab a bowl, and I'm gonna fix you a plate. fluff my rice. I also have a video on how to cook perfect rice, so I'll put a link in the underbar so you can see that too if you so desire. Let's put a little rice in here. A healthy serving of sweet and sour shrimp. I think that looks like a winner. We'll bring it over here. Sweet and sour shrimp. That's what's for dinner tonight. And you could successfully make this entirely from food storage if you so desired. Very easy, fairly quick. You can have this on the table in less than 45 minutes. Really less than 30 minutes. It takes some time for me to take the shells off the shrimp, but if you started with a frozen pre-cooked shrimp or a canned shrimp, it wouldn't take any time at all except the time that it takes to assemble the sauce. So really easy, really delicious. This is what's for dinner. Sweet and sour shrimp. I hope you try it. I hope you love it. Until next time, I'll see ya.